Okay. All right. Okay, we're here. We're here. Oh, Facebook is still trying to YouTube. Okay, there we go. There we go. What is up, man? Welcome. Good evening. Depending on where you're at, we do a little audio video check. And tonight I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So hopefully there's no issues. Hey, we're here. Doing a little bit of a test since I have to put higher latency anyway settings so I can get closed captions. And so I figured, let me try dual streaming with the higher settings. Multi-stream. Get the chat loads up. What's up? What's up? So I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of this story from Utah. And just as a little bit of a filler content, I see the captions working good. About this woman that was taken against her will, met some guy allegedly on social media. And we've been talking a lot about this lately. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Mercedes, the girl that we were talking about yesterday. She was found. She's safe. The mother had a couple of things to say on Facebook. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. And tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. I got to re-upload this video. I have a pretty amazing video dropping for you guys. I'm going to premiere it. It's mainly focused on one missing person, but it also touches on another one. It's a story I previously covered, but I put everything together and edited it, chopped it up, made it fancy. It's about an hour long, an hour plus, like an hour and 10 minutes. And I put in video clips that I never put in before. I put in audio and all these different details of the story that I never added before. And I just made this nice revamped thing, which I think the old audience, but especially the new audience, will appreciate that story. So be ready. I try to let you know in advance. It's about an hour's worth. Good content back to back. So what's up, man? So I guess we'll get started. I want to start off first with just this piece. And this was when she was missing. She's found now. But this tells a little bit, and this is from heavy.com, a little bit about her background. And it says, Allen was born with a brain bleed and faced a myriad of challenges. Her father said, he said she was born prematurely at only 26 weeks. And she has had mental and emotional difficulties, has repeatedly overcome these many obstacles, he said, adding that she loves art and music. We believe that she is facing a major mental health crisis and she needs our help. We need to find her. This was before she was found. Speaking directly to his daughter, dear Matt, if you can hear us, you're not alone. Many people are facing similar challenges and have faced challenges like this. We know that you're brave and you're strong. We see you. We love you beyond our ability to express. So this is here the Daily Mail article. And if you guys could hit like, please, I'd appreciate it. Helps out the stream. Let me make sure. How's Facebook looking? Take a quick look. Okay, we're on Facebook. There's 44 people on Facebook. All right. Okay, it's been a long time since we've been on Facebook. I was afraid to come on there. Hey, Brian, what's up? I was afraid to do a dual stream because I'm not on the new internet yet. But this story, I guess it has mostly a happy ending, but there's some pretty, bad things that happened to this woman. And so let me just skip to the start. It says a Utah college student went missing after leaving her dorm room a week ago to meet a man from an online fetish chat room, was rescued by police from the home of her alleged kidnapper, where she was found naked and covered in coal in a basement. Law enforcement officials arrested 39-year-old Brent Brown in connection with the disappearance of Madelyn Allen, a 19-year-old Snow College student from Ephraim. I looked up how to pronounce that. I forgot already. Whatever. He now faces charges of obstruction of justice, aggravated kidnapping, and I don't need to say that, but you can read that. So it's pretty gruesome. And we're going to hear the parents talk in a second too. It says, according to the probable cause affidavit, Brown took away Allen's wallet and phone and tied her up while he was at work, later claiming it was a part of a kidnapping role play. So he's trying to say this was all a part of the plan. This is what we met up for. And during a press conference on Saturday night, Allen's overjoyed parents recounted how they fell to their knees After getting a call from police telling them their daughter had been found safe, Allen met Brown in a group chat on the messaging app KIK and agreed to have him pick her up in Ephraim on December 13th, the affidavit stated. Snow College security video showed Allen leaving her dormitory after 9:20 p.m. last Monday. There's a picture of her. Snow College in Utah. I think she was missing for 5 days. This is a little bit of the video of her, I guess, leaving the dorm. You just never know who you're going to meet online. You know? We talk about this stuff kind of all the time, and a lot of times it's younger people. I mean, she's 19. But a lot of times too, it's older people on the dating apps, you know, looking for a connection, dealing with stuff. And there's people online that are preying on these kind of people. I guess this is his home. Police use cell phone tower data to track down Allen, discovering her in the basement of this home on Main Street in the town of Loa, Utah. This map shows the distance between the Snow College campus in Ephraim, Utah, and the house in Loa, Utah, where Allen was found 5 days after her disappearance. About an hour and 30 minutes. When Allen failed to return home the next morning, her roommates filed a missing person report. The investigators learned that Allen had been struggling with depression and anxiety, and that she used dating apps. A search of her phone records revealed text message exchanges of a violent sexual nature, according to the affidavit. While police were looking for Allen, she was at Brown's home in Loa, nearly 90 miles away, where, according to court records, the relationship between the college student and her date became non-consensual and violent. So this is one of those things that, you know, she willingly went, but then I guess things turned bad. You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me a little bit of Sophie Reeder. If you guys never heard of Sophie Reeder, you should definitely check it out on my channel. Just type in Ikidmel, Sophie Reeder. That might be a story too that I touch on in the future again. But I have something special coming for you guys soon. Hopefully tomorrow. 22 gigs, big. An hour long. Takes an hour to upload. So, the affidavit stated that Brown took away Allen's phone, allowing her to only text her family the words, "I love you," on December 14, a message that alarmed her parents and siblings, prompting them to go to authorities. Brown allegedly tied up Allen while he was at work, took away her wallet, and threatened to come after her family and sister if she were to tell anyone about it. After Brown learned that police were looking for Allen, he threw away her phone, but not before the authorities were able to use cell phone tower data associated with her December 14 text message to track her to Loa. As police officers scouring the small town of 500 inhabitants, according to the affidavit, they spotted a petite woman with blonde hair in the basement of the home on Main Street. Kind of interesting. It reminds me too of this other girl that we covered. I think in Broward girl, South Florida, and she's still missing. It's on the channel. They said she was active on her Instagram, but that the radius is too big or something, the way the ping works, and so they don't know exactly where she's at. And so they still haven't found her. But you see, these people went to town, I guess. They scoured the entire place. I guess, I don't know why they couldn't pull up the exact or closer location on the other girl. When they knocked on the door asking about Allen, the man who answered, later identified as Brown, told them he was alone in the house and refused to let them in without his parents' permission, the document stated. Officials obtained a search warrant and entered the home on Saturday, where they located a Snow College identification card belonging to the missing student. During the subsequent search of the residence, police found Allen alive in the coal room in a cellar, naked and covered in coal. The affidavit stated that police officers found Brown to be in possession of a gun and 3 knives, reported the Something Daily. Under questioning, Brown allegedly admitted to meeting Allen in a slave domination fetish group on KIK and picking her up on December 13. Brown also reportedly said that he took away Allen's phone, kept her tied up to prevent her from leaving and threatening the family, but he claimed it was all part of their sexual role play and a kidnapping scheme. According to the affidavit, Allen confirmed to police that she had communicated with a KIK user by the name of Cowboy and agreed to meet him on December 13. Allen said that after Allen brought her to his home in Loa, he had her stripped naked and prohibited her from putting her clothes back on for the entire duration of her captivity. According to the affidavit, the following morning, after Brown took away her phone, Allen became concerned that she would not be allowed to leave. She said Brown always had a large knife on his belt. Damn. This thing too, man, it's almost like kind of one of those things that kind of like be careful what you ask for, be careful what you're looking for. Some of these people take that, they're really about that. They take the thing to a whole another level. It's not just this like visual fantasy. People really live that life. You just don't know who you're going to meet, what level they're going to be on. The 19-year-old student claimed that her alleged captor, barred her several times a day, even though she did not want to have sex with him, and that he once choked her. Allen says she did not try to leave because Brown knew her family's address and had made threats against them. She said that Brown told her he mailed her phone to the southern border so that nobody could find her, and later claimed that police had stopped looking for her. That's I guess it's like a tactic that they do to try to like convince the person maybe there's no hope, there's no point in trying to run. You're doing, and there's been multiple stories like that, like threatening. There was that one story too, one time, I forgot who it was, that like the captor actually let the woman visit her family, and like she visited the family and then left. Freaking crazy. I think he had her, I forgot how long it was, and I think she was living under a bed or something like that, in some sort of box or crate. I don't know how many years. Somebody might remember that story in the chat. Following her dramatic rescue, the 19-year-old was taken to a hospital for a checkup. After she returned, she was reunited with her family. During the press conference on Saturday announcing Allen's rescue, her parents, Jonathan and Tanya, spoke of their gratitude and what relief at having their daughter back. So we're going to take a look at that press conference. This heavy article too, it had this part here, which I thought was Brown expressed his conservative beliefs. Apparently this is his Instagram on social media. I will not sit down. I will not shut up. I will not comply. I will not give in. I'm an American and I'm sick of all the corruption in Washington, D.C. You got to worry about the corruption within yourself. Brown's Facebook profile picture is Clint Eastwood holding 2 guns with the caption, "Eat beef. The West wasn't won on salads." This cover photo shows a person lassoing a steer. Another photo shows him on a horse. He shared another man's post recently about the Let's Go Brandon. Brown expressed support for former President Donald Trump. In November, he shared a man's post that read, I'm proud to be an American. I bet no one passes on this on because they are scared to be called racist." He also called several news stories about child R cases in the past. So he's one of these people too, sharing all these child stuff and all these things. He's a rapist himself. Also in November, he shared another man's photo that read, "Human trafficking should scare you more than the virus." His post railed against illegal immigration, stale cargo ships, and the Steele dossier, and expressed support for the police and gun rights. Meanwhile, Allen's uncle Jacob Allen joined police in the December 19, 2021 news conference. It's striking how different our hearts felt. She's a fighter. She's a survivor. So whatever, I guess some of his political beliefs. The family has created a Facebook page and Instagram to post updates on the search. This is, I don't know if this is the same one. Brent Brown. This was one of the social media posts. I don't know if it's actually his legitimate post. Let me see when this was posted. Yeah. Oh yeah, people are. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're bombing him. Cowboy. They're going to learn all about confinement, abuse, and rape for the rest of your life. You piece of ish. Hope you rot in jail. So I don't know if he has multiple profiles. Maybe this is just one of them. I don't know, man. Just another one of these weirdo stories, you know? What's up?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brad Cook. I'm the president of Snow College, and we welcome our news colleagues that are with us, our live audience on our streaming, that are streaming with us now, and really the Allen and extended Swallow families. Let me outline what we hope to accomplish today. Let me first also introduce the Allen family, Jonathan, Tanya, brother Jacob, who will be the family spokesperson. Of course, Derek Walk, Chief Walk, will also be speaking to us. So the outline of the conference will go as follows. We'll have a statement by Chief Walk, and he'll take a few questions. Then the family will make some statements. Jacob will provide a statement from the family, and then open an opportunity for Jonathan and Tanya to say a few things. And then there will be no questions for the family, and then I'll wrap up with a note of appreciation. So let me turn the time over to Chief.
And thank you to Facebook. I see the stars. Appreciate it. I don't know if it showed up on the screen. I have to, after the stream, I'll fix it. We're kind of doing a test stream as well. I want to see if I can get this working. But thank you, Bubbles, for the stars. Jen, thank you for the stars. Says, great to see you on FB Mail. Yeah, hopefully I'll be coming back. Definitely once I move and I get the new connection, for sure I'll be back. But I just kind of wanted to test out with some different settings. Nicole, thank you for the stars as well. Somebody said he may get off, saying that he met on a fetish site. That's what I was kind of wondering. Like, I wonder if this dude is going to pull something. You know, they got the text messages, all that stuff. You know, there is a thing, like, after, I guess, you know, if you're not consenting, you know. But he could try to, you know, I don't know what those messages were about. But he might, this is going to be his defense, that this was part of the role play. This is, you know, hold you up against your will, keep you locked up. But because the other thing too about that is that, because my thing is, like, if this was his plan, I got to fix that too. If this was his plan all the way along, right? Why did he not throw away the phone or get rid of the phone sooner? You know, like he got rid of the phone kind of after a bit. You know, I don't know. He might try to pull something off if he gets a good lawyer. I don't think he'll get away with it, but...
Thank you for being here. When we met with you on Thursday, we all hoped that we would be having another press conference with this.
And usually for that stuff, too, they have like a safe word, don't they? What's up, Plenty of Fish? Lexa, Momo? Usually they have a safe word for that, I thought, right? Like, usually it's supposed to have like some sort of like, okay, this is the boundary, you're crossing the line, you know?
Type of outcome. We appreciate your support, and to the media, we especially appreciate your help in sharing Madelyn's picture and story. This has been helpful to increase the awareness and interest in this case. We are grateful to announce that Madelyn Allen has been found and reunited with her family. Our investigative team has spent countless hours following leads, utilizing investigative tools, interviewing others, and analyzing data. That focus, dedicated, selfless, hard work of multiple law enforcement officers paid off last night when Madelyn was located. Madelyn was taken to a nearby hospital for an examination, after which she was able to interact with her family. One person, Brent Brown, a 39-year-old male from Utah, has been taken into custody. I'll now take a few questions at this time.
That's true. The BDSM people might come forward and get pissed off. Yeah, usually that doesn't consist of this, right? This is like over the top, over the line.
So we don't have a lot of information about him. We met him for the first time last night, and we don't know how extensive his relationship or her knowledge of him is thus far.
And the guy's name is Brent Brown.
So was she taken against her will?
This is an ongoing investigation, and there's certain aspects that we're still digging into.
Ooh, so that's kind of interesting. You hear that?
And trying to understand fully.
Did they appear to know each other before this?
That's something that, like I said to her question, we're still trying to figure out.
And when and where was Maddie found?
She was found in a house in Wayne County that was at the present time being occupied by Brent Brown.
And how did you guys go about locating her at that home?
So we found her through a lot of hard work, dedication, and digging into facts and leads that we discovered as we were investigating this case. We did a fair amount of door knocking as well to help locate her.
Will there be any charges filed against this suspect?
Yes, sorry. He has been booked into jail and has been charged with obstruction of justice, but other charges are pending. All right, I will turn the time over to the family.
Mother and father.
Thank you, Chief Locke. Good afternoon. It is striking how different our hearts have felt ever since our dear Maddie was found last evening. We are overjoyed and relieved that she is safe. And while she is now safe, the ordeal that she has been through is dangerous and traumatic, the experience and details and effects of which we have only begun to understand. She is a fighter. She is now a survivor. We are grateful she is with us again so that we can help her heal and recover. Over the past few days, we have been amazed at the tireless, world-class efforts that have gone into the investigation regarding Maddie's disappearance. Led by Chief Locke, the team of local, state, and federal agencies has gone to extraordinary lengths to include us in the effort, listening to the family's concerns and ideas throughout the process. There was much that they understandably could not share, but they did share everything they could to help us understand. They did everything they could to help us understand their efforts. Throughout it all, they have exhibited extraordinary empathy and concern for all of us, and an ironclad commitment to finding and rescuing Maddie. As we have become aware of some of the details that Chief Locke just shared with you about those efforts and the expertise that went into her rescue, our appreciation and admiration for these law enforcement professionals has only grown. While we clearly do not know all the details, a few things are abundantly clear. This has been an exceptional investigative effort, one that was exhaustive, deliberate, and methodical. Through the extraordinary skill and leadership of Chief Locke and President Cook, local authorities reached out to access and incorporate additional resources and capabilities throughout the process, while ensuring the entire effort was carefully coordinated. Doing this with dozens of individuals from many local, state, and federal agencies is no small feat. All of these individuals, including many who have worked anonymously behind the scenes, should feel immense pride in their work. The service they and their counterparts around the state and country provide is essential to the well-being and safety of every community. We are extraordinarily grateful for their commitment and their service. As a family, we are similarly indebted to the leadership at Snow College, including President Snow, Marcy Larson, Carson Howell, Mike Daniels, and many, many more. They have gone out of their way to sustain, embrace, and host our family. They have given their time, accommodations, resources, and so much more. We feel that they have become like family to us, and we are grateful to be included in their community. We have been overwhelmed by the astonishing support we have received, both directly and online. Hundreds of thousands of people have expressed their love and concern, fueling the outreach that aided in this effort. They come from every corner of Utah and far beyond, from the U.S. to Europe, Africa to the Middle East. We have depended on your love and examples, even as we know many of you face your own struggles and suffering. Finally, I want to take the liberty of sharing a personal perspective about Jonathan and Tanya, something they are very reticent to have me do. They have both suffered and soared in this traumatic experience. It is difficult to imagine a more harrowing experience as a parent. As an uncle and a friend, this has been devastating to me and to all of us. But true to who they are, Jonathan and Tanya have not just suffered through this experience, they have done it in the most honorable, inspiring way possible. From the beginning, they focused first, of course, on finding Maddie, but they emphasized repeatedly how important it was to do this with true love, unity, and faith, regardless of the outcome. They have long been my heroes and exemplars, and I think I speak on behalf of the entire family and many, many more when I say that they are exactly who we would like to become as parents, friends, and disciples. Now, as we go forward, it is with an intense mix of emotions that Jonathan and Tanya and their children and all of us are experiencing. We are still in shock at all that has happened. We are exhausted, we are elated, we are relieved, and we are worried about the long road that lies ahead. But most of all, and most importantly, we are so very, very grateful. At this time, the family will not be taking any questions. However, Jonathan and Tanya would like to share some of their thoughts and feelings.
Well, to make sure Facebook chat shows.
Thanks, Jacob. Chief, thank you. Thanks to everyone. We've decided this afternoon to really just speak more from our hearts, and we appreciate your patience as we try to articulate some of the feelings that we have. You can imagine, perhaps, the roller coaster of emotions that we've felt over the last few days. You can imagine how we must have felt early in the week when we heard of her disappearance, and how we must have felt in our minds as we started to try to imagine what could have possibly happened to her. You can also imagine how we must have felt when the chief called me last night. We in our minds had a mindset that was a much longer road. And yet we got the phone and he called, as he had done many times, and he said, "I have her." And we dropped to our knees. We were so grateful, elated. Couldn't describe the feelings that we had as we embraced each other and everybody that was with us and working so hard. I think this experience is probably not unlike what many of you out there are facing as well. And I think also, as you think about the community, the inhumanity that we've seen and experienced or imagined, as well as the immense depth of goodness and hope and solidarity and unity that has happened, not just within our families, but also across the entire community in the state and elsewhere as well. As we've thought about this, we've just been amazed to think about a testament to the faith of the community that this has been, and the depth of goodness and kindness and selflessness and sincerity that's happened. And for that reason, we are just so grateful and overjoyed. We hope that this is an opportunity for all of us to reflect on the unity that can come when we pull together and focus on a singular objective that is good. And no better time than right now during the Christmas season to think about the hope that can come to so many people who are also out there suffering. And we know this. We know that this has been a very public and visible event and outcome. But there are many out there who are also suffering in a very private way. And what I would hope is that we can use this as an opportunity to continue to harness that incredible energy and to move that into places where we can help and serve and love and lift and bless others, both in public and private spaces. But again, we're just overjoyed and so grateful for the blessing of having her and beginning the long road to recovery.
Yeah, just from the heart of a mother, I express my gratitude to you, to each and every one of you, for the hard work and the dedication. From our end, it's amazing to see this army that has surrounded us with law enforcement, with friends and family, community. Those here at Snow College have been amazing. I thank you. And the many others back in our community back home, and the family back home that have been watching out for our other children. We thank you for your love. And like Jonathan said, the incredible amount of unity that has been shown. We are so excited to have our Maddie home. We love her so much. And she has been such a light and a joy in our lives. And we are so grateful that we can continue our lives together with her. And it took the effort of so many, and we're so grateful. And we love you. And we pray for our sweet Maddie as she moves forward, that she can find hope and happiness and joy in her future. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is an incredible day of happiness and gratitude that Maddie is home safely. And we are just so grateful for the public support here, and we just appreciate the college staff and faculty, our police force. But there are a lot of heroes.
Momo, I know you're not asking that. I covered a whole story on this Mormon situation with, wow, I can't believe her, Noemi Boulevard. Bro, that was big on the channel, kind of big. See, there's a lot of stories that are kind of slept on that I've covered on the channel that I feel like if I covered it now, you guys would probably be really interested and be like, wow, because that girl's still missing. The problem is that I have these playlists set up, right? And I have like all these short videos and bits and pieces, and it kind of might not be so easy for people to go through all these bits and pieces. If you guys like tomorrow's project, I think I'm releasing it tomorrow. I got to upload it again. I mean, I literally have it like here on my screen. Literally on my screen. I almost don't want to show it though. I don't want to give away what I have stored for tomorrow, but I think it's pretty dope what I did. But it's over an hour long. Kind of, you can see a little bit of my editing. Hour long. And it's like a revamp of putting all those bits and pieces together into one video, trimming, editing, remastering, whatever you want to call it, into one thing so that you could just come and sit down and watch one video. I might start doing that. We'll see how tomorrow's video goes. So I did that with one of the stories that I did. But the Mormon thing, yeah, I covered a story about that because there was this girl, Noemi Boulevard, and it was kind of crazy, that story, because she was last seen getting off a bus by this park, and then she disappeared, and her family's Mormon, and there was this whole thing that happened, right? Because she disappeared, her phone was turned off. I mean, I'm just going off the top of my head what I remember. And it was in the news. You can see, we actually saw a picture of her getting off the bus. Police said they don't think that there was any foul play. They don't have any evidence of foul play. And a lot of the things that trickled online, her social media profiles, you can tell that she was like into women as well, like her sexuality. And sometimes they'll argue with you. The Mormons, they'll say, no, we're for that. We don't have any problems with sexuality or LGBT, whatever. But they were against that for a pretty long time. They could say they're for it now. I don't know if they are. I think they claim to be. But you know, they wouldn't even have black people in their religion. Like a long time ago, if you go into the history of the Mormons. But I don't know that much. But I know that even black people wasn't like accepted in the Mormon thing. But anyway, so with her social media, there was traces everywhere of like, that she was possibly into women and all that kind of stuff. Okay. But that's circumstantial, right? Like, that's what they would call circumstantial evidence. And so what happened was, I cannot say how I got the information because those people could be watching. And I saw messages that private investigator covering the case was pissed off that I knew what I knew. But let's just say somebody inside this circle of this private investigator, somebody that knows this guy, somebody that I know that he knows, but he doesn't know that I know, told me that's what it was. It was something about the sex thing, not the sex, but like her sexuality or whatever it is. They weren't too accepting of that. Her family supposedly wasn't, maybe not the church. And I put it out. In a video because there was people going out searching. I was out there searching. I have videos of me handing out flyers. I was out there going through the woods. I was out there with Silvio. We were going through like the woods because we thought maybe she was lost at the park. And so when I put that information out, this guy got pissed off. He literally DM'd me on Facebook and he's like, yo, let's talk. And I spoke to him the next morning and he was just trying to find like, how did you get that? How did you know? Blah, blah, blah. And he confirmed it as well on the phone, too. After I put out that video, the Mormon, some of her friends reached out to me from the church in Utah. Her friends are from like Utah or whatever. They reached out to me and they're like, oh, can we talk? I'm like, okay. So we had a conversation. They didn't want me to record or anything like that. So I'm not going to put out all the things about that, but they just wanted to know how I found out. And I'm not here to tell you how I found out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know you. You think I'm just going to give my sources away? It doesn't work like that. But they were concerned. Like, oh, we didn't know about that. And how did you know? Like, people were really bothered by that. But I felt conflicted about putting it out because I'm like, man, that's her personal thing. But at the same time, people are sending money to the church. People are sending money to the PayPal. I sent money to the PayPal. Should people be sending money to a GoFundMe to help search for somebody that doesn't possibly want to be found? I don't think so. So I thought the truth was kind of important in that case. And so anyway, after all that mess and drama, and this guy, he literally texted somebody and somebody sent me a message like, I'm so tired of this bastard. How's he finding out this information? But long story short, he ends up going on the radio station, the private investigator. And what ended up happening is that this girl, we believe it's the girl, picks up her phone, I guess turns it on or whatever, contacts her 3 best friends. I think it was via text. And she says she's okay and turns it back off. So he said that he went on the radio station. I covered all this. He went on the radio station. He believes she's alive. She just, I guess it's a lot of pressure to be in that religion, especially if you don't conform to whatever it is you're supposed to conform to. You're supposed to be married at this certain time. You're supposed to have kids or whatever. Whatever it is with all that junk, right? So that's what she did. And that was kind of like the story, Noemi Boulevard. The only thing, it would have been nice to confirm, like, hey, maybe a voice, like, it's not somebody using her cell phone or something like that. Like her actually physically saying, hey, I'm okay or whatever. It's also telling that if that really is her. And I think it is her because for her, if it wasn't her, this person knew to reach out to her best friends, specifically. I think it was telling that she didn't reach out to her parents. The other thing too with the living situation, with that whole story, from what I heard, is that she was in this, I think it was like a 2-bedroom house, and she has 2 other siblings, I believe, or more. I think it was 2 or more, and they were like brothers. And so you have all these kids in one room, and they're grown. I forgot how old Noemi was. Let me see if I can find it, because I have all these notes here. Noemi. I don't know why I don't have her age here. She was, I think, 20 or 21, something like that. Okay. I don't know. It's somewhere though. But like I literally have like a bunch of broom, 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 and a bunch of videos and other stuff in conversation. But I think she was 20. They said she was like high functioning, autistic, something like that. And also too, I think sometimes when people are like repressed, You know what I'm saying? And they can't express themselves, either like dating or going out and doing things, or going out and having fun or whatever. Sometimes these kids just lash out and they go out and do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people that could speak to the Mormon thing. They have a bunch of videos online and stuff like that too. But that case was crazy. It was local. There's people hitting me up from here and there, people that knew her, people that was closely related. They were afraid to come out. Yo, you don't even if I could tell you how crazy that case was, there was this one chick. I'm not going to say too much because she could be watching. There's this one chick. I met Silvio off of that case. And I also met this other chick. This chick, all right, she was really obsessed with the case. And this is sometimes when we talk about that, like, people, some of the YouTubers or just people, how like they become obsessive, but like almost unhealthily obsessed. And so this chick, I met her, I think once with Silvio, or twice, or I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times, I don't know. And she would like stand outside somebody's house all day thinking that maybe this is the person, just random people. Then she would start walking the beach. And it maybe doesn't say much, like maybe I'm not that much better, because if you see the videos I was doing, I was going here, searching there. But there's a difference between, because a couple times she would follow people. One time she was chasing after a car, like she was telling me chasing after a car. And there was this one time she was walking along the beach and there was these bushes, and she finds like, I think some wet, dirty panties, wet pants. She called 911 2 times. 1, because she was chasing after some guy. 2, she sent me a picture of some Indian, not like a Native American looking woman that she thought was this girl and it really wasn't. So she called 911 then on random people. Then she called 911 when she found these random, I'm talking about Hollywood Beach. There's clothes and junk everywhere. There's homeless people. She called police. The police didn't take her serious. She got upset about that. She takes this stuff. The panties and all this wet clothes, puts it in a Ziploc bag, holds it for like, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months in a bag. Okay. She tried to take it to the police station, didn't want to take it. And then one day there's this meeting with this missing girl's parents at the church, Noemi Boulevard. She shows up to this church thing with the wet panties and pants and hands him this thing. And he's looking at it kind of crazy, and somebody else just takes it. That's how crazy the thing, like when people take it to the next level. I hope she's not watching. I hope she's not watching. But she would tell me, I was actually kind of concerned, because I was like, yo, either you're going to hurt somebody or somebody's going to get hurt. Because a couple of times she was like walking behind people and like stalking them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's how crazy that was. I had started distancing myself from that. And Silvio knows what I'm talking about. It was crazy. I was generally concerned, it was nuts. And that's when I learned, like, wow, there's some people that really, really take this thing to the next level. I couldn't imagine what the guy's like facial expression was when he was handed these random dirty panties. I can't imagine the smell on it, especially like from beach water and stuff like that. What they must have thought. Now, okay. Wait, did we finish this video? Bro, you could tell I have ADD, man. Let me see what else is left, and then I want to go on to the other story about this girl that was found Mercedes. What, on a whole tirade?
Including this family, which I want to say a word about in a minute. But it reassures us, should reassure us.
Nobody passed away. If you're talking about the girl right here, no, she's alive. She's fine, but they were talking about she was raped. But this is like, the parents are happy. This is like good news, even though there was bad things that happened. The other girl, too, Mercedes, this is all like a kind of a good news stream, besides the fact that this girl was like raped, but she's alive. She could have easily been killed. The other girl's found alive as well. We're going to talk about that.
Us as citizens, that we have such dedicated law enforcement officers and investigators that are doing their work so well, and it's so earnest, and in such competence. The FBI, the SBI, the San Pete County Major Crimes Task Force, Ephraim City, Nephi, Mount Pleasant, Salina, the San Pete County Sheriff's Office, Wayne County Sheriff's Office, and so many others that were dedicated to this objective.
And I think I'm kind of done with this. I think we got the
It's a
gist.
couple
We heard the parents talk. He's just giving thanks.
of life, getting the public aware of this. So
Oh, here. Hold on. I love when they do the questions, though. Hold on a second.
and thank you, our news colleagues, for helping us. You no doubt were a big part of
That's true, Karma.
getting the public aware of this. So again, thank you very much, and travel safely.
Are you taking any questions?
I'll take a couple. If I
And we genuinely are so touched by this story, so we want you to know that we are so happy that, to hear of this resolution. One thing that would really help us, I think, to tell the story accurately is if somebody was willing to tell a little bit more of a storyline of what happened. We know it's a parent's worst nightmare, and so there's the assumption that perhaps it was a kidnapping or something like that. But we don't know that, so we couldn't say that. And really, genuinely, we just want to tell the story accurately and as close to the source as possible. I know it seems intrusive, and in no way are we trying to come across that way, but some kind of storyline to kind of explain what happened so we don't make a...
Yo, the Mormons are nice as hell. Throughout the entire time with Noemi Boulevard was my first time that I know of, I think, talking and encountering Mormons. They were super nice to me. I mean, well, there was one lady that's kind of nasty, and she's still in the Facebook group. There is one lady that's actually nasty. They should take her away from public affairs. There's one lady on there. She is nasty. She, not just to me, she was kind of nice to me, but you could tell she don't want to deal with people. She was nasty to a lot of people too on the Facebook stuff and all that. There was one really sweet lady that's super nice. There's another one that I don't know.
No, I think we completely understand that. I think what will happen is that storyline will come out at the appropriate time, and we need to make sure that we're not creating more maybe challenges for the colleagues that are continuing to investigate the situation. But I'm confident that you will have that story at the right time and through the right people. Okay, thanks very much.
If you wouldn't mind, could we get the how to say and how to spell everyone who just spoke?
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll just provide that. Anything else? Thanks for your support.
Okay, so that's that story. Okay, so basically, for the people that just joined, this girl met some guy on KIK, the social media app. I guess that's kind of meant to be somewhat private, almost like a Snapchat, I guess, but it's like a chatting app, but then there's also groups in there. Like you can make your own group or join a group, and there's all these things and people hanging out there and talking. Now they even have like a live stream feature. There's people live streaming on there and making money. And basically this woman met a guy on there, and from what we hear, the details could change. It seems like there's missing details in the timeline, but it's alleged that she met this guy in a slave domination chat room on KIK messaging app and agreed to be picked up. And then I'm guessing that things went to another level where she didn't consent, and this guy started raping and doing all this stuff and locked her in the basement, forced to be naked, tied up, and all that kind of stuff. So he's trying to claim it was consensual. I mean, and it's the reason I want to talk about this is just again to reiterate, just be careful out there, man, online with these crazy people, because you don't know what you're gonna get. Thankfully, she's okay. I mean, at least she's alive. The other thing now, I don't know what's here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we covered Mercedes yesterday. McLeod. Trying to pull up I don't even know if I have notes on her. I think I do. Okay, basic stuff. Yeah, she went missing 12/8. Did 2 videos, a dedicated video and a live stream video. She went missing 12/8. She has a history of running away. And like I've said previously, sometimes, these kids, you just don't know what happened. They could leave, they could run away, or they run into the wrong person, or something happens. But she's run away, I think, at least 2 or 3 other times. And she was found this morning. I'm trying to bring up the mother's post. And the mom was kind of snapping. It says, yes, my daughter has been found. She has been through a lot, traumatized. She has seen a lot. She doesn't want to talk at the moment. Please respect her and let her rest. She'll be telling her story soon. Thanks for all the prayers. When I read this last part too about she'll be telling her story soon, I was wondering if she meant that publicly or she just means to her because she didn't want to talk. And then she's like, I guess, quoting a couple of comments. I didn't even know you could do that on Facebook, or maybe she's sharing on Facebook. The problem is Polk County, so monkey see, monkey do. Somebody wants to be Facebook famous, then here go the rest of Polk, not knowing this girl was really effing held hostage. So they're claiming she was held hostage, you know. Lakeland, let me just show you real quick. When they did their post, all they updated was, it says, update, Mercedes has been located safe and detectives are reuniting her with her family. Thank you to everyone who shared her photo and prayed for her safe return. We also would like to thank the Plant City Police Department. So I guess she was in Plant City. The mother was saying that there was reports supposedly that she may be in Plant City. The last time she ran away, and if you guys saw the video from yesterday, that I know of, that I could find, was 2019. I think it was March 26, 27. And she was with the grandmother. She said she was going to go to a party. Or she wanted to go to a party. They didn't allow her to go to a party, so she ran away. But then when police went to go check the party, she actually wasn't there. But then she was found safe, and so we don't know much about that. And so a lot of people were talking and wondering, you know, is this just another runaway? Did something happen along the way? We saw the video. I think I still have it here saved. We saw the video of when she left that morning. Let me show you guys real quick. Oh, I must have put it in the other folder, I guess. Let's see. Okay, here. So we saw this video too, for all the new people that don't know, where we saw her leaving like at 5:40 in the morning. There's going to be some jump cuts because of the motion sensor. But you see her here. Some people were talking too about like the big backpack thing. But some people were saying she runs track, and so she usually carries a big bag. I don't know. And then the other thing too that was weird is people talking about the speeding vehicle. You know. And the other thing that was mentioned, if you guys remember from yesterday, was that the mother was stating that Mercedes was with these two girls. Okay, she was claiming that she was last seen with these two girls, that these two girls had something to do with it. Somebody closely related, I'll just say that, and I haven't been able to confirm, stated that these two girls were arrested. I don't know if that's true. I can't confirm it anywhere. But early this morning, that person told me they were supposedly arrested. Okay, so if that's true, maybe there was some nefarious stuff that was going on here. That person also told me hours before it was publicly announced that she was found. I didn't post it because I like to wait. You know, there's no reason for me to jump on it. Let me just wait. And so I waited, and it came to be true. She was found. And the thing that I heard about that too, about her being found, supposedly she was, they say, severely injured. You know? So I don't know. I just wonder if there's more that's going to come out with this, if this stuff is true or not. But this person was saying here that yes, she was being effing held hostage. Yes, she probably ran away before, but we all do stuff we don't supposed to sometimes. It's all fun and games until it's you or yours in a situation. Then y'all gonna be begging God. One thing about your tongue is powerful. Watch what you guys say, because God has a funny way of turning any situation around, and it will be easily yours. If Grady has the man that did it, then why the F y'all think it's a joke? Y'all so weird. And it's really sad. ASF. So I think here she's alluding to also, maybe that guy was arrested. I don't know the guy's name. So I wonder if something will come more about this, or maybe we won't hear nothing. Usually you don't hear nothing. and she's quoting, and honestly, I really didn't see people go. Well, maybe did I see people? I feel like I didn't see anybody negative really going hard. People were questioning things. That's just the way the internet works. I mean, I get it. You're going to be frustrated as a parent or just family or whatever. That's how the internet works. It's like a double-edged sword, you know? Lord, please let me remember that I'm 37 and not 17. Don't let me put my hands on these little bastards that had something to do with this child being missing. While y'all all on IG trying to be funny. Maybe there's stuff going on IG. I don't know. Yeah, I normally don't even, I miss most of the chat here on YouTube. So who knows? Maybe there's stuff I haven't seen. Here's another one. At Sierra Ivy. I don't know who that is. Look, if you have anything to say about my child, bitch, please just let me know. I'm waiting. My child was in a real life and death situation, and you sitting here playing games. This shit, funny. So I don't know. I guess there was a bunch of drama. I'm not interested in the drama. Yo, I'm glad she's safe. We can move on, unless they come forward and be like, this person is dead and she was held against her will. I'll probably cover it again. Right? People think it's a joke. My daughter was fighting for her life. That shit is not funny. And I think it kind of goes on and on. She states here too. This is the mother. Well, my child didn't run off with nobody. My baby was kidnapped and beaten with other girls as well. The thing too in the press conference is, the mother said they were friends, or at least they knew each other, right? From just speculation, I don't know. From my observations, from seeing the video of her walking out, from seeing her going to pick up her paycheck, it seems like she left willingly, but things turned left. Or maybe these girls set her up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe being around bad people, maybe they set her up. Because it seems it would indicate if you're picking up her check, maybe. Or maybe they knew she was picking up her check. Maybe they wanted that money. There's just not enough information, really. People don't know the story. Just keep watching the news, dummies. That's all that matters. My baby's home. My sister. I guess people are saying stuff. I don't know, man. And on and on. Oh, is that them? Is this new or old? My little sister, I love you forever. By the way, she was found. And when she's ready, she will tell her side. Okay, so maybe she'll tell her side. If she tells her side, I'll gladly share it. Who knows? Maybe it could be a cautionary tale for parents and all that kind of stuff. Let me say this. Yes, my niece was found. All y'all laughing and trying to be funny. It wasn't funny as F. No one knows my niece's story or what she been through, but her close family. So yeah, that's kind of the update with that. What happened with the story of the one-handed young man in the desert? A car was found. Please update. I did a video not too long ago on that. I did a live stream on it. The father's still searching. He's still not found. Let me see when was the last time I did a live stream about that. I don't know why my YouTube search is not working right now. But I did do one recently. If you type in Akid Mel, you can see it. Also, there's somebody you guys in the chat, man. Hey, I can't even hate on it, man. I can't say nothing. I thought some things were weird too, but hey, at least she's safe, man. For some reason it's not popping up on my thing. I don't know why my YouTube channel's being funny right now. Maybe they canceled me. Okay, let's try one more time. That was live, I think, right? Yeah, I did one November 27. And if you haven't seen the first video I did, not to like pat myself on the back, but I'm patting myself on the back. I did an amazing job with that first video. They were talking about the details, like if it's new news, weeks and months and 2-3 months later, and I covered it the first day. I did a lot of work in that video. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go and check it out. He has a Facebook page too. The father, I forgot what it was. Not a Facebook page, sorry. He might, but he has a Twitter page. Please help find Daniel. And so maybe one day I'll do an update. Maybe we'll, I could just go based off of his Twitter, but I believe he's still searching. He's very active on there. He's been on this channel. I'm taking a moment to thank all the volunteers. This is the last public search for 2021. Damn. 12/18, we will be having our desert search at the normal time. This is the last public search for 2021. In the coming year, I will continue my public searches. However, my personal search will not stop. Man, that sucks, man. And I think along the way, they supposedly found like bones and stuff like human remains, but I don't believe any of them have been his son. This is an FBI request into his son's case. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll follow up on it again with the Twitter stuff, or maybe even have him on. Who knows? We'll see. But I am working on a bunch of stuff. The project is coming out tomorrow, my special little project, a story that you're going to be, I think, pretty interested in. It's going to be an hour long, I think, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, if YouTube screws with me, then the day after. Also, with the Heidi Plank, I was supposed to be having somebody on too. I think it's going to happen. I'm not sure. I got to share her video. I'll be posting that on my community tab soon with regards to Heidi Plank. That was a weird one too. So, and Oakley, Carlson, no real updates. The only thing that I saw that I haven't covered in the news was that they upped the date from when she was last seen from like January 27, I think, 2021. Don't quote me, to like February something. It doesn't even make. I mean, it's great that there's something, but it's like it's such a wide gap of time for just really sad. A Hope, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Janet Pirate, thank you for the super chat. Happy holidays. Stay safe and be kind. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, real quick too. Let me just thank you Facebook for coming through. I'm going to have to tune it up for you guys so it could be a little bit a better experience. I wasn't sure if it was going to even work tonight, but apparently Facebook's on deck. Thank you, Andrea, for the stars. 200 stars. Thank you. Appreciate that. Lourdes, thank you for the super chat. Let me see. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Zaname, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. And thank you for all the NASA gear. I got all this NASA stuff, which is really freaking cool. This cool cup. That was really nice. I have a PO box, or like a box in my. You can mail me stuff too if you guys want. In my I think it's in the description or definitely in the about area of YouTube. I don't know. I don't remember if it was animal bones or not. I thought in one case, in some of the cases, it was animal bones, but then I also heard like human remains. I can't remember off the top of my head specifically. Silver Journal. Call me. Oh, hold on. Silvio sent me. I don't know if he wants me to call him live. Silvio. Better bring my earbuds to work tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I think it'll be cool, especially if you have never heard of the story. You're gonna be like, wow. But even if you have, I put in a lot of new information that's going to have you kind of like, and it's an hour long. Hope it's good. Let's double check with him. Merry Christmas. Samantha, thank you. Merry Christmas to you guys. Hasa, I have to go. Yeah, I'm about to get off. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate it. We should cover a rocket launch live, break from the violence. Yeah, I need a car chase plug. I don't know what's going on with the car chases. I think I've done 2. And it was a lot of fun. We were just kicking back. We had a lot of fun. I don't know if it was the last one. One of them was like one of the longest car chases ever, I think, or in history, or the second longest. I woke up like at 2 a.m. Somebody texted me And they're like, "Yo, I was like, you know what? Fine, screw it." I came out like at 2, 3 in the morning. Yo, thousands of people came through at that time. We were just all chilling, watching it was kind of fun. And I don't think anybody got hurt. It was so ridiculous, that chase. It seems like they in LA chases are the best. Yes, I give you that's true. I don't know what happened. It seems like they're not doing it anymore. Or I'm just missing it. I need a car chase plug. Somebody that knows when it's happening. Yo, hit me up directly. We'll be in contact. A car chase plug. I need it. But the rocket launch thing might not be bad either. There was one time I streamed the Amazon thing, this Jeff Bezos guy, where he was like, "Oh, hey, just letting you all you guys on all you customers know that you paid for this flight." And he was like, "Thank you," and they got pissed off about that. And it was so hilarious because you could see them in space inside the spaceship, and they were like floating around. It was kind of cringe, but it was hilarious. And these people were so pissed off. I don't care, whatever. I'm still gonna buy the stuff. They're gonna use the money for whatever they want to use it for. I saw something too. I meant to reply. Yeah, Mojo, I agree with you, man. This stuff is like too much, man. All this violent stuff. See, the thing is too, the missing person thing sometimes is not so bad because a lot of the times, until you find out what happened, a lot of the times it's not violent in nature. Usually, and it's just kind of mysterious, and it kind of has you questioning things or whatever. And then sometimes it does turn to that, you know. But it's not so bad as like the stuff we covered today, or like there was one stream that we did. Oh my god, that we talked about. I pulled up all these articles on women that have cut off the guys' penises, and we just did a whole stream on that. And there was all these stories that I never heard of because we know about the most popular one. I forget the name of the woman and the guy. I mean they're the most popular people when it comes to that story. Can't remember their name. These two people. The guy went on to do pornography and stuff. And, yeah. Oh, Lorena Bobbitt. Yes. Yes, Lorena Bobbitt. We did a whole 2-hour video. This was kind of slept on. I think it might have been suppressed by YouTube. Maybe they didn't like it that I put this. Brazilian wife cooks her husband's penis in a frying pan. We covered a bunch of stuff. There was even like some 911 calls. It's kind of a interesting, kind of somewhat. I mean, it's weird because it's like it's a horrible thing to happen to somebody, but the stories in this thing, you'll be like shocked. Like, what? Oh, and then we talked about a bunch of other things after at the end. That was kind of fun. Bobbitt. Bro, that story is nothing. The Lorena Bobbitt thing, that's like the Hollywood, the like whatever. There is way worse crazy stories. There was even one I forgot that the woman cut off the guy. I think the guy was cheating or something, and she cut the guy's penis off. And so this guy had to go to the hospital, like to reattach it. This woman sneaks in there and cuts it off again. And the guy starts chasing her. It's a real story. It's some other country. Crazy. Single life. # single life. Sheriff Grady Judge has some press conferences of some nasty ass people. They're so bad. I don't think you can put them on your YouTube channel. I like that guy a lot. I think he does a really good job of presenting things. He's also kind of funny. Okay. All right. Let me call Silvio real quick too before we head out. Silvio want to call him. He want to talk about the Noemi story, the Mormon story. And I think that might be a good thing to do. Recap them some of the old stories, revamp it, put everything together in one thing, and then introduce it to you guys, especially that are new to the channel. I think you might like that. I'm gonna definitely, when I post the video tomorrow, I want to hear your thoughts on if you think I should do that more often. Okay, let's go Silvio. Hey, bro. Oh, hey, can you hear me? Audio settings. Hello? Speakers. There we go. I don't hear you. Let me try this. Hello? No. I'm gonna try him again. Having technical difficulties. That story was crazy. He was out there with me searching. What a crazy story. Hey,
Nope.
hey, there we go. I hear you now.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Why you with my homeboy?
What are you doing? You partying with your homeboy, son?
No, he's just talking shit. He asked me why I got to park so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what did you want to say about Noemi?
Oh, that how you want to call it? That we want to a lot of adventures.
Yeah.
Looking for that girl.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it was what that shit called? The church said that about the cameras. Remember we went on a camera hunt? We saw about like over 50 cameras. So you did a video on it and everything.
Park. Yeah. Oh, on the streets.
Oh,
Yeah. A1A. Yeah.
Park,
That was
strip.
crazy. Yeah.
Information and shit.
Hey, you're breaking up.
How about
The Miami connection. Hey, you're breaking up, man. Oh, we lost him. You there? Oh my God. Silvio's gone into the abyss. Jelani. I did a video on Jelani too. I did a really good video on Jelani. I haven't covered like the recent stuff, but I actually did do a video on Jelani. Jelani Day. That video is another one that I spent quite a bit of time putting together. Really weird, suspicious story. The one I did was like 16 minutes long. Yeah, I did do a video on Jelani. Jelani Day. I gotta find a better way for people to, I don't know, to know. Maybe a better way to have the playlist set up. I think I need a better setup on the front page. But I did kind of a deep dive on, let's see here, Jelani. I just haven't followed back on it. So Silvio's gone into the abyss. So, but I think we'll call it here, man. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate you guys coming through tonight. And the caller was drunk. That's probably high. So stay tuned for the new video. Hopefully tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Tomorrow. Yeah, he was found in the river. It took so long to identify his body. That was pretty messed up. The Delphi murders, no, I never covered. I know that one's kind of popular. That one I actually never covered. And I know it's kind of popular and big. There's also the Murdoch thing too, right? Murdoch murders or something like that. I'm probably going to need to touch on a big story soon. I've been doing a lot of like local or like smaller stories because I like to do that, but I kind of have to remind myself I need to mix in the bigger popular stuff, I guess. Mel, that was in September. It's December now. That's true. I guess I could. I don't know. The what turned me off about that story with Jelani, I just didn't like that. I actually started working on an update and I actually posted a video, and the whole thing about his organs just wasn't true. And so I really didn't like that. I felt like I don't know whoever put that out. I feel like they did that on purpose, I guess, to try to garner more attention for the story. And I really didn't like that. And so I wasted a lot of time putting that video together, and I had to take it down. I just deleted it. I didn't see any sense in keeping a video like that up, so I just deleted it. But I may revisit it. We'll see. I'm not committing to nothing though, because there's so many things that just pop up and happen. But yeah, I may revisit that. With Cleo, I don't know if there's much to update on. Unless this guy, something else happened in court. I mean, she's found, she's safe. I don't see any new articles. I don't know what happened to the doll guy obsessed with dolls. Oh, that's a good question there. Okay, Rolf, thank you so much for the super chat. Good job. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Shay Laughter says, what's up with the dude with the young son that was coaxed to the hotel with the cool auntie? So I don't know if you saw well, you probably did, I guess. You saw the interview I did with the aunt. I have audio of that woman, Diamond, another Diamond, of her speaking about supposedly what happened. I believe the guy was high. I believe there's some stuff going on. And I've seen and heard different pieces of audio with that. The other thing with that is, who put me onto this? Let me make sure I get his name right. Chives put me on, and an article. Okay, we're talking about Justin Sywick. If you haven't heard about the Justin Sywick story, you gotta go check it out. You got to. You type in Justin Sywick, Ick and Mel on YouTube or Google, whatever. Justin Sywick. That's another really kind of interesting, weird story. I should do an update. I might put out the audio. I want to get the aunt's permission because she said they've been getting threats and stuff like that. But yeah, this guy met this chick offline. I don't know if they knew each other or not previously, but apparently they were in the hotel. There was some sort of drugs. The car was broken into. We see the car with the broken window. He's missing. His body still hasn't been found. The weird thing about Justin, and there's a couple of weird things, Chives put me on to that his brother was murdered as well. Now, his brother's name is Cody Sywick. Okay, and Cody died, I think, a long time ago. Let me see. Cody Sywick death in Kansas. So he died, he was murdered, supposedly, 2013. His body was found in the Missouri River. And I messaged the aunt and I spoke to her. I was like, do you think this is related? And she believes that it is. So I was thinking that might be the next step in this story, is to talk about the brother. I don't know if she'd be willing to come on again. There's very little information online about what happened, but his body was recovered from the river. I don't know about what the cause of death was, but she believes it's related. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, Justin's body's not found, still missing, and Summer Wells is a mess. The story is, anyway. Some of the people covering it, it's a mess. Justin Sywick, Syweek. There's a lot of people covering that story though, and that's good. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Kind of like the West Boys became kind of crazy too. So, but yeah, I'm out of here, man. Love you guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit like on the way out. Gracias. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the Facebook people coming through. I'm going to re-upload this video that I want to get out for you guys for tomorrow. It's about an hour long. I'll schedule it in advance. So hopefully you guys will get the notification in advance. All right. So thank you. Have a good night. Take care. Peace. Adios. Adios.